Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, grand rising, people. Grand rising, good morning, whatever you like to say, man. But hey, we in here early, super early on a Saturday, man, just to bring you this premium Dallas Cowboys content, man. And hey, y'all some true supporters, y'all some true DC for lifers, man. I see folks already in the chat box showing love to the liquor store. Salute to my boy Justin Kitchen for sliding in. Eastside Harold, the biggest Dallas Cowboy fan alive, is in the building. John Jones is in the building. He said good morning to Henny and Cowboys Nation. What's up with you? My guy Raymond Salas and slid through. Jameson Taylor, part of the Wrench Gang. Salute to my brother. Stephen White said he'll be right back. Hey, don't worry, man. You can always spin back around. We part of the spin back game. So if you had to leave and run an errand, run to McDonald's, get you some breakfast or something, man, it's Gucci. We all in here. Hey, my boy Top Shot done slid in. My boy Kevin Calloway done dropped the 6 trophies. Justin Kitchen done dropped the 6 trophies. So you know we out here practicing manifestation already in the liquor store, man. So hey, I ain't gonna even hold y'all up too long, man. Y'all know the proper procedures when y'all slide to the door to the liquor store, man. First and foremost, make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. Likes go a long way, right? Likes on all platforms make the platform promote that video more. So the more likes the Facebook video get, the more people will see it on Facebook. The more likes the YouTube video get, the more people will gonna see it on YouTube, man. So you make sure you hit them like buttons on all platforms. If you on Facebook, if you see it on Twitter, if you see wherever you at, make sure you hit that like button, man. So hey, run them likes up for your boy Hennythemoor, and you know we can go ahead and jump to the content. After you hit that like button, man, make sure you hit the share button. And one, you know, the most important thing, man, sharing is caring. You know, we always drop good, dope content over here in the liquor store. So you want to share that with somebody, make sure you hit the share button. And since we practicing manifestation, like my brother Rev Rebel in the building who dropped the 6 flame emojis, like my lady Miss So Over It, she done dropped the 6 hearts and the 6 palms because we slapping the shit out of Eagles fans and we showing love to the Cowboy Nation. So hey, we're practicing manifestation. So share the content 6 times. If you're gonna drop emojis, drop 6 of them. So you know we're trying to manifest that 6th championship inside the liquor store, man. Hey, Phoenix Rising, what's up with you, my guy? I appreciate you tapping in and showing love to the channel. Damian Crow, I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Kevin Richards, what's up with you? My brother Smoke 14, he say, Hen Dog, what it do, man? One more day to release the beast. You right, man. One more day to see the lion hunt on the savannah. One more day to see number 4 score 4. Yeah, he gonna go out there and score 4 touchdowns. Right? So one more day, man, until we go out there and go crazy on the New York Football Giants, man. And I'm ready for that. So y'all know to hit that like button. Y'all know to hit that share button. And then most importantly, man, you know, I've alluded to it multiple times already. Make sure that you slap that Eagles fan. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, I will be able to give you half off all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And you know we got exactly what you need to succeed, man. We got Cowboys, we got hen, we got gin, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in and come get drunk with your boy Hennythemoor in the liquor store. Indeed, man. He said Henny just came from a car show, had my hat on, and every Eagle fan I met, I slapped the hell out them at least 5. Bun money on deck. Don't trip. Don't trip. Hey, you doing the Lord's work. Come on, man. You know that God is a Dallas Cowboys fan. All the good things that happen to our team, we all know that God is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And listen, this is an Eagles fan hating right now. Stop the elevator music, Lord. Well, hey, this too shall be overcome. There we go. Yeah, this too shall be overcome. We right back at it, man. So, hey, hit the like, hit the share, hit that Eagles fan upside the head. And if you're trying to enter to win one of 3 grand prizes, I need you to hit the Cash App or hit the Super Chat or the Super Stickers. I've already checked. Cash App is back up booming. So if you want to send your raffle entry through Cash App, you can. But, you know, if you Cash App or you Super Chat or you Super Sticker over $5 will enter you in for opportunity, you know, to win one of these 3 prizes. I'm going to be giving away a copy of Madden 24. right? Doesn't matter what system you got. Let me know if you got Xbox or you got PlayStation. It don't matter. If you got PC, just let me know, right? If you win, I'll send you a copy for whatever game system you got. The other prize I'm giving away, is a Dallas Cowboy jersey. If you win that, let me know the size, let me know the color, let me know, of course, the player that you want. Let me know if you want to throw back Emmitt Smith. Let me know you want the color rush Dak Prescott. It don't matter. If you win the jersey, let me know the color, the size, and the player. I'll make it happen for you. And if you win the third prize, which is a bobblehead, just let me know what player you want. I'll make that happen for you as well. It's $5 per entry. You can enter as many times as you want. But, you got until November the 1st, to get your raffle entries in. So if you want to participate in the raffle, hit the cash out, which is $Hennythemoor, or hit the super chats or the super stickers. So now that we done housekeeping, right? Now that we done did our housekeeping for today, let's jump into the content, man. Let's go jump right to the content. My boy said a PlayStation 3. Hey, you hold on, my boy. Kelvin Hicks, what's up with you, man? I see you sliding in. Jameson Taylor, I see you done spun the block, came back, showed some love. So I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me, man. So let's go ahead and jump into the content, man. So this is going to be the Dallas Cowboys' first game with Mike McCarthy as the play caller. We see Mike McCarthy as the head coach. We see Mike McCarthy as the person who's changed the culture in Dallas, right? We've seen him bring a winning culture. At a point there was a point in time before Mike McCarthy became the Dallas Cowboys head coach, where we missed any of our star players, we were probably going to lose that game. We remember vividly not being able to win a game without Sean Lee. We remember games vividly where we couldn't win games without Tony Romo. I remember vividly when we couldn't win games, if Dez Bryant went down or anything happened, right? Any injury to any kind of player that we had, whether it be a middle linebacker, a quarterback, a wide receiver, didn't matter. We usually did not overcome that. With Mike McCarthy at the helm, with Mike McCarthy as the force of reason inside that organization, we've won games without Dak Prescott. We won a game without Ezekiel Elliott. We won games without Tyron Smith. We won games without DeMarcus Lawrence. We're a winning culture now. Our winning is not solely tied to the availability of just one player. Our ability to win games has not been tied to a middle linebacker no more, or a quarterback, or a wide receiver. We win games because we're a well-ran football team now. We win games because we're a complementary football team. We win games because we have a winning culture, right? So that is the paradigm shift that we've seen with Mike McCarthy at the helm. But what we have not seen, what's up with you, Jamie and Cal? They were sliding in, my boy. I see you. Eastside already hating. It's all good. Don't trip. Don't strip. They said, is somebody out? There's a possibility of somebody being out. But I wanted to talk to y'all, and it's not a sermon, man, but I do want to talk to y'all about this, about Mike McCarthy, what to expect, and I want to leave y'all these words. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Those are 5 P's, that my uncles put me on a long time ago. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. When you plan ahead and you got all your ducks in a row, there is nothing that you will face that will knock you off your game. There is nothing that you have not accounted for that you're not already planning for, to get ahead and make the proper adjustments to succeed. So those are the 5 words I want to leave with y'all today, and that's the 5 words we're going to cover in terms of Mike McCarthy. Right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at this, because we talked in just about this the other day, about wet ball drills and whatnot. But Mike McCarthy is leaving no stone unturned in his preparation for the New York Giants. As he states right here, Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy, and shout out to Michael Gilkin, of course. I got to give love, for where you get your information from. But he said Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy on rain that is forecast Sunday evening at Giants. It's something you always have to be aware of, especially when you travel north. The weather is part of your breakdown. Cowboys quarterbacks and centers did a wet ball drill at the end of Thursday practice. So it's supposed to rain. We talked about this, several days ago. It's supposed to rain. So what do they have to do with what I'm talking about when I say proper preparation prevents poor performance? Well, rain's in the forecast. You're going to be playing outside. You're going to be playing in the elements. The ball's going to be wet. The wind is probably picking up. Like, you're going to have to prepare for all of that. Like, when you're the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, you're already playing against two teams. You're playing against the team that you're lining up against, and sometimes you're playing against the officiating crew. But when you're playing outside, there's a third opponent you're playing against, and that's Mother Nature herself. So, knowing that it's supposed to rain, knowing that it's supposed to be heavy rain, probably strong winds, things like that, should always be factored into your game plan and your preparation. So him saying that they have already accounted for that, him saying they're doing the wet ball drills, him saying that is already part of the game plan, put me a bit at ease, right? Because we know, because we seen it. Kellen Moore took this team to Foxborough in 2019 in freezing rain and still made Dak Prescott throw the ball, 40 times. It was like 40 times, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Did not utilize the run game. Just had Dak Prescott try to fling the ball all around Foxborough in the wind and the ice and the rain. Right? He did not take into account the elements, the outside factors of the fact that, hey, it's wet, it's a bad weather game. It's really not conducive to me going out here and throwing the football around 40 times to try and move this ball around. What's up, Neil? What's good with you? My boy said he slapped up 24 Giants fans before checking in. Hey, it's show Giants week, man, so let's get into it. So, yeah, we seen it with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore did not practice proper preparation. He did not properly prepare his team to go out to Foxborough and play, right? He had them throwing the ball 40 times in bad weather. Kellen Moore had Dak Prescott throwing the ball 40 times on the road with a bad shoulder. The man had an AC joint injury. Just so you understand the severity of the injury that Dak Prescott had, he had the same kind of injury that made Jalen Hurts miss 2 games last season. And Dak Prescott did not miss a single game. He played through it. So properly preparing for your opponent is also properly preparing for the things outside of your opponent. It's preparing, your personnel. You know that you have injuries. You may have question marks and protections. How do I adjust so that my team is more efficient in the way that we pick up blitzes, with a backup or a rookie, taking snaps? How do I adjust for the fact that my quarterback is going to be in inclement weather? Do I try to have him throw the ball 40 times, or do I reel it back a little bit? Do I lean on my run game? Do I lean on my quick passing game? Do I lean on my screen game? Do I lean, on some of these West Coast principles I brought in to try to generate big plays in the short passing game and instead of trying to shunt the ball down the field? Yo, what's up with you, Miss Lewis? Thank you for sliding in. I appreciate you for rocking with us, and I appreciate that you love the content. Thank you for that. My boy Neil said the Braves winning all season. So yeah, man. So proper preparation certainly does prevent poor performance, because we've seen poor performances in the past for not properly preparing. So Mike McCarthy, right? The things that you're going to look at for Mike McCarthy to judge him, if you're going to properly critique what Mike McCarthy is going to go out there and do in game 1, these are the things that I need you to look for. Because we already know for a fact that Tyler Smith playing is not likely. He is doubtful to play as long, along with Donovan Wilson. So if TJ Bass plays, that's a sign that Mike McCarthy properly prepared, because there are other options. They could do the foolhardy thing and put Chuma out there, right? They could put Chuma out there, who is not a very good player. They could put Asan Richards out there, who is a good player, but is better suited to be a left tackle than a left guard. So proper preparation. We seen what the boy TJ Bass did in preseason. We see what he did in training camp and how he graded out as a player. So we seen TJ Bass do this the last time that he got snaps. He was your highest graded pass blocking offensive lineman. And also shout out to my brother, Professor O. We're going to have to get him back into the liquor store, as soon as humanly possible. But you've seen TJ Bass grade out as your best pass blocking offensive lineman in the Raiders game. You've seen TJ Bass, have stellar games, every single preseason week 1, preseason week 2, and of course in the preseason finale, which I'm showing right now. You've seen that he's better suited to be a guard with your own 2 eyes. That's the position that you're most comfortable putting him in. So proper preparation is not just along with going to the game, right? Angel said, I'd rather Richards than TJ Bass because TJ in the preseason was mostly on the right. I would prefer Asan Richards to play tackle, because Asan Richards is a better tackle than he is a guard. They played TJ Bass all around in preseason, just to see his versatility. But he can play both sides, and he was a left side player coming out of Oregon. So I still would prefer to see Richards at the left guard position, just based on where he was drafted, just based on what he played all of college at, and he did get reps at both spots. He got reps at both left and right guard. He did phenomenal at both spots. So I see no reasons not to trust him on the left side, especially if you put him on the left side, he'll be playing in between a future Hall of Famer at the left tackle position in Tyron Smith and a Pro Bowl center. So he has talent on his left side, he has talent on his right side. And he himself is a very good player, in my opinion. Like TJ Bass is one of my pet cats coming into this. So I believe in TJ Bass. Michael Archer said, sorry, brother, being late. I was watching film on Diggs and Curse, taking the ball like it was theirs. It is theirs. Possession, is like 3/4 of the law, if I'm not mistaken. So you possess the ball is yours. So you're not lying, the ball is theirs. They own it. But making the right personnel decision in terms of who you put out there to play is part of your preparation. What's up, Johnny Woods? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. So that is part of your preparation. You've seen, those 2 guys. She said that makes me feel better about the O-line. Yeah, and the thing I've been saying about our offensive line is that we're 7 deep. We are 7 deep at the offensive line position. I trust Tyron Smith when he's healthy. I trust Tyler Smith. I trust Tyler Biadasz. I trust Zach Martin. I trust Terrence Steele. And then of course, I'm very high on Richards and Bass. So those are the 7 guys that are head and shoulders your best offensive linemen, and I don't have any qualms about playing either one of them. He said, "Hey, that's part of the position. When you play in the trenches, physicality is always going to be a part of it. And remember, the beautiful thing about it, TJ Bass is not being asked to play tackle. He's not going to be on an island. He will have support, on both sides of him by very good players. Yeah, Tyron Smith has an ankle injury, but, Mike McCarthy himself, let me segue to that too. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Mike McCarthy pretty much said, hold on, that's the wrong one. Did I not load it in? Maybe I didn't load it in. But yeah, he pretty much said that he wasn't worried about Tyron Smith. Like, if you had to take the over-under of my confidence on Tyron Smith playing, it's like a 9 out of 10. It's like a 9 out of 10. Because he did not miss practice. He was only limited in practice. So, they're going to go through the walkthrough today. He's listed as questionable. but questionable has a better chance of playing than doubtful. Doubtful pretty much just means you're damn near out. So there's a much better opportunity for Tyron Smith to line up and play than there is for Tyler Smith to line up and play. So I'm confident in Tyron going out there and playing, and TJ Bass being the only guy that we have to account for. But let's go even further, right? We talk about proper preparation. We are an unserious football team. Let's say that both of them miss. Let's say, the 1 out of 10 scenario happens and Tyron Smith does not play. If Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith cannot play, then Richards and TJ Bass should be the 2 offensive linemen up first. If it's any combination of Chuma and one of the other guys, they were not properly prepared in their evaluations going into this game, because you cannot watch the entirety of preseason and not see that Asan Richards and TJ Bass are your 2 best reserve offensive linemen, right? So that's some things to judge them on, right? So if Chuma plays, then that's gonna be one mark on me against Mike McCarthy. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're the offensive play caller. You determine the personnel. So, it's a bad mistake. If Chuma is up first, then the Dallas Cowboys have already failed, because Chuma has enough tape to show you he's not good. Chuma was not good when he played in preseason. So no, if Chuma is up first, then the Dallas Cowboys have failed. If Chuma is up first, then the Dallas Cowboys have already failed. I'm sorry to tell you that. Because your evaluation says that Richards and TJ Bass are better. You've seen enough from Chuma. I know y'all not the coaches, but I'm telling you right now, the Dallas Cowboys have failed if they put Chuma out there. They've seen in their own evaluation who the better players are. So if Chuma is up first, they are an unserious organization. Tony Sold said they had plenty to show Josh Ball is a failure, but he managed to stick around. Yep, that is very true. Yeah, I believe. Listen, the 2 best reserves you have is Bass and Richards, right? I don't care about because listen, nobody really cares about if you're a rookie or not. If you're the better player. Micah Parsons was one of the best players in the NFL when he first came in. Right, he made an All-Pro selection as a rookie. Dak Prescott and Zeke got MVP votes. So, if being a rookie, should not stop you from getting on the field. You're the best option. So if you evaluate players, and this guy is better than this guy, you should be the first person out there. So we do not see what happens behind the closed doors in class. It doesn't matter. I seen Chuma play. The world has seen Chuma get his ass whooped, all across the field for years at this point. So, we seen Chuma get his ass whooped with the Jets. We seen Chuma get his ass whooped in Cowboys blue in the preseason. So, no, we may not see behind closed doors, but we see enough of the stuff that they show us. So, the thing that matters the most is how you actually do on the field. Right? If you don't look good on the field, I don't care about what you do in the classroom setting. Because theory is always different. Theory is always going to be different, from, actually going out and executing it. Right? So he may get the classroom stuff down, but he still go out there and he's a bad player on the football field. So, I'm judging this very, very harshly. So if Chuma roll his ass out there, that's going to be one mark for me. Because the things I'm looking for in terms of this game, right? First and foremost, the offensive line. You have an injury. I want to know, how do you address it? Do you put your best player up there in a position to succeed, right? The next guy up at that position from evaluation is TJ Bass. He's your best backup guard. Matter of fact, he's their best backup guard because they cut Fournier and they cut Hoffman, due to TJ Bass because he excelled so well at what he was doing. So first and foremost, I'm checking who you decide to put in their offensive line. After that, right, after we evaluate the offensive line, who comes in, the next thing I'm judging on is the offensive game plan, because Mike McCarthy is now the play caller for the Dallas Cowboys. So the offensive game plan, should reflect you're going out there into a thunderstorm. Now, if the weather holds up and everything is fine, I expect to see what we've seen all preseason. I expect, for Dak Prescott to take some shots. I expect, to utilize play action, some Yankee concepts, different things like that, right? Different things like that. Like the standard stuff that we've been seeing all preseason and all training camp, I expect it. But if it's out there raining cats and dogs, if it's hard if it's not conducive to throw the ball around, 20, 30 yards down the field, I want to see, how Mike McCarthy calls the game. I want to see, do we lean on the run game? I want to see if we lean on the quick passing game to try and generate some big plays in the screen game, with some mesh concepts, right? Different things, those are the things I'm critiquing and looking for in terms of Mike McCarthy, his first time out as the play caller, handling the play calling and the head coaching duties at the same time for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, honestly, I think he can do it. Like, I believe in Mike McCarthy. TJ Bass played against the first string. They both actually played against first string guys because multiple of those teams played starters. We know that the Jaguars played first team people while they were out there for multiple series, and we also know that the Raiders 7 overall pick played. So they played some starters. They did play some starters. Granted, it's a small sample size, but I still feel confident in them. I said right side heavy with the run game. I can have a feeling. And listen, the right side, even if, hey, people get jobs in preseason. Because remember, preseason has no effect on the score for the season, but preseason should be used to evaluate players, right? That is the whole purpose of preseason. Preseason is all for player evaluation. So you don't use preseason for player evaluation, then you might as well not have preseason. That's the whole purpose of preseason, kinfolk. Preseason is to give you an opportunity to see your young guys when there's no stakes when there's no stakes out there. Matter of fact, preseason is how I knew that Dak Prescott was a good quarterback, because Dak Prescott was not a good practice quarterback. Like, they said that Dak Prescott looked worse than Jamil Showers in practice, and then he went out there in preseason and looked like Peyton Manning. So, preseason should always be used for player evaluation. But we all, listen, everybody knows some practice tryhards, that look like All-Americans in practice, and then when they actually line up and they play other players, in between the lines, whether it be preseason or a regular season game or whatever, and they disappear. So preseason should always be used, as the end-all be-all to player evaluation. Because we ourselves had players that look good in training camp that ain't did shit in the preseason games, right? So you should always reward preseason performance in player evaluation, of course. Said, what's the line the left look like now? In my humble opinion, right, I believe that Tyron Smith is going to play. Yeah, preseason is an interview. I like the way you put that. Preseason is your job interview. Preseason is your job interview. And we have guys that no call, no show to the job interview. Like they were having a job fair. They were hiring a bunch of folks. There were some folks that did not even show up to preseason. But the line on the left, in my humble opinion, should be Tyron Smith and TJ Bass. TJ Bass is already a scheme fit, because I touched on this before. Coming out of college, zone run system, zone blocking scheme, highest rated zone blocking offensive lineman in the NCAA 2 consecutive years. He said, what is the chance of rain now? Let's take a look. All right. So rain in the forecast. All right. So it's supposed to rain all day. Hold on. Wait. Saturday. That's Sunday. I got to go to Sunday. Yeah, it's supposed to be thunderstorms. Highest chances of precipitation start at 2 p.m. About 66% at 2 p.m. 62% at 5 p.m. Still holding strong at 43% at about 8 p.m. So there's still a very high chance of rain in the forecast for Sunday. I hope that it changes, but you know. He said if it rains, Cowboys are running for 200 yards. And listen, those are the things that we're critiquing. Like, those are the things that we should critique when it comes to Mike McCarthy. How he handles the offensive line. He said Bass and Richards might turn out like Tyler Smith. I definitely can see it. You know what I'm saying? There is definitely potential there. You know, there's definitely potential there, but you know. Hey, shout out to Mickey for sliding in. Salute the Craven Cowboys for showing love to the liquor store early on a Saturday morning. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and show her page some love, man. Y'all go to YouTube. Y'all hit that subscribe button on her page, man. Craven Cowboys. You know, we got to help her get up to 1,000 subscribers, man. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and support Mickey, you know, and all the endeavors that she got going on over there, man. So salute to the fam. Yeah, that's probably what it'll be. It probably won't be monsoon rain, you know, as initially reported, because the initial reports were horrible. But you know, it's still going to probably be not the best, you know, environment to try and go out there and throw for 400 yards. Now, do I think Dak Prescott can still go out there and throw for like 4 touchdowns? Yeah. You know, we know that Dak Prescott is one of the best red zone passing quarterbacks in the National Football League. And we know that he's one of the best play action quarterbacks in the National Football League. So I can still see the Dallas Cowboys, you know, utilizing the passing game. But, you know, I just think it's more logical. Right, to utilize the quick passing game. It's a little safer, right, to try and throw the quick pass, you know, in the rain than it is to try and throw the ball, you know, 30, 40 yards in the rain and the wind. You know, those kind of balls can definitely sail on you. But I am interested to see how Mike McCarthy adjusts to everything. I'm very interested to see how he adjusts to the weather, adjusts to the O-line personnel, and adjusts his play calling. So those are the things that I'm going to critique Mike McCarthy on. So we'll know, right? If Chuma plays, and I don't think he will, I do not believe that Chuma plays. But if Chuma plays, you know, that's a mark against him. If we throw the ball 40, 50 times and the weather's bad, it's going to be a mark against him. Right, so those are pretty much the things that I'm going to be critiquing. But in all honesty, I think that Dak and Bob McCarthy are up to the challenge. And I believe, you know, that he's going to do all the right things, man. I trust Mike McCarthy. I know I'm saying that those are the things I'm going to critique, but I also expect him to pass these first 2 tests with flying colors. And you should too. Dak's play calling in Raiders game really speaks volume to his ability to process a defense. It does. So yeah, man, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So I don't want to see how he has them prepared for this. Also, you know, we've been talking about milestones. Like, I'm glad that you mentioned, you know, Dak's ability to read defenses, Dak's ability to process defense. You know, the things that Dak Prescott does on the football field. And oftentimes, you know, people will critique Dak Prescott and say that he is this or that without having any facts behind it. But, you know, I put together a list of some milestones that reign Dakota Prescott is going to possibly hit in this season. And I want y'all just to take a look at this with me. So this is the Dak Prescott milestone watch, right? Put this together myself. That's why it's a little ratchet. But I digress. So as you can see, we already know this. 57 yards in game 1 for Dak Prescott to reach 25,000 yards. But if he reached the 57-yard mark in game 1, he will be tied with Aaron Rodgers as the 5th fastest player in league history to get to the 25,000-yard mark. So he will tie Aaron Rodgers for 5th fastest to 25,000 yards. So salute to my boy Dak Prescott. I fully expect him to reach 57 yards passing. Of course, he'll probably do that on one pass. You can probably get that on the screen or something. So salute to Dak Prescott, man. Very big milestone for him, reaching that 25,000 passing yard mark. My boy Prince Charming, even though he is a Giants fan, salute to my boy for sliding in. He said you could run check all of them off this season. Easy. Hey, I believe it, man. Keystone said Richards plays, not Chuma. I still would prefer TJ Bass, but I tell you what, I will still prefer Richards over Chuma. So I'll take Richards over Chuma anytime. Prince Sharma said all love to game day. Hey, not a problem, man. Thank you for sliding in and showing love to the channel, my guy. All right, so then you see 57 yards will also have him as the 2nd player in league history to 25,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in his first 100 games. So this is going to technically be game 98 for Dak Prescott. So theoretically, if he doesn't get 57 yards this game, I'm not sure how that doesn't happen. But if he doesn't get 57 yards in this game, he still has 2 more games to get to the 57-yard mark to tie Aaron Rodgers for that record. Hey, what's up with you, Ty Cowboys? I appreciate you sliding in and showing love to the channel. Stephen White, what's up with y'all? Right, so 57 yards, Dak Prescott reaches 2 milestones. He'll be the 5th fastest player in league history to get to 25,000 passing yards. He'll be the 5th fastest player to do that, tying Aaron Rodgers. And he'll be the 2nd player in league history to get 25,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in their first 100 games. Passing touchdowns, right? Dak Prescott currently has 166 passing touchdowns in his career. If Dak Prescott... Oh, Matt Walesko's on IR, Jay Recruiter. Matt Walesko was placed on IR due to his shoulder injury, and he will have to miss the first 4 games. So Matt Walesko is not eligible to return to play a snap of football until the San Francisco 49ers game. So Walesko is not an option until the 49ers game. Josh Ball is not an option until next season. So both of those guys are out going into week 1. So the only options for the Dallas Cowboys really, are Richards, Bass, Chuma, and what's the other boy name? I forget. But y'all know what's going on. So, Dak Prescott is currently sitting at 166 passing touchdowns. If he gets 34 passing touchdowns this season, he moves to 200 career passing touchdowns. TJ Recruiter said, thank God. Oh, man. Hey, I am glad that they won't roll out there. So, 34 passing touchdowns to reach the 200 career touchdown plateau. This is the 200 career passing touchdown plateau. Because Dak Prescott actually has 193 total touchdowns right now. He has 166 passing. He has 26 rushing, and he has 1 receiving touchdown. So Dak Prescott is 7 touchdowns away from reaching the 200 total touchdown mark for his career. So they can be rushing, they can be passing, they can be receiving. Dak Prescott is 7 total touchdowns away from getting to the 200 total touchdown plateau. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Dak Prescott reaches all of these milestones, right? I think he reaches all these milestones before the season is over. We've already seen that Dak Prescott is able to throw for 37 touchdowns in the season, right? And he did that in 16 games. So Dak Prescott stays healthy for the full 17-game season in this offense that's predicated on, run after catch, that's predicated on generating the big play. I could see him eclipsing the 34 passing touchdown mark. He'll probably even eclipse his own personal mark of 37. Right, so I'm booking it. He'll pass the first 2 game 1. He'll get 57 yards passing. He'll definitely pass the 200 career touchdown mark. He'll get 7 touchdowns over the course of the season, and he definitely is, in my opinion, is going to pass the 34 passing touchdowns this year. He'll get 34. I actually said that Dak Prescott would probably pass for about 40 touchdowns this year. Given that they like to set up, chunk plays to play action, given, the nature of the offense, I definitely can see, Dak Prescott eclipsing that mark. So these are just the milestones to watch for Dak Prescott. And listen, he had all this production, man. Boy just turned 30. If we're being realistic, as a quarterback, he probably plays another 7 to 10 years. Like, if he want to be Tom Brady and play till he's 40, he got 10 years of football left. If he wants to play, into his late 30s, 38, 39, like Aaron Rodgers, he can do that. Right? Because he's a very cerebral quarterback. He doesn't really rely on his athleticism so much in the later years of his career. So Dak Prescott can play the quarterback position at a long time. It's a year Tyler is out with the hamstring. That's fine. Then TJ Bass should be the person to get the nod, in my opinion. It's not ideal. It is never ideal to lose a starting player, but that's what I said. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? You've already evaluated the other players on your roster. You've had all training camp and all preseason to evaluate who is the best option to fill in at the backup guard position. In my humble opinion, right? What do I know? I'm just a YouTube dude. But in my humble opinion, TJ Bass has shown that he is the best option to be your backup guard. So since you've already evaluated all these guys, right? Since we already evaluated all these guys and TJ Bass has shown to be the best option at that particular position, it needs to be TJ Bass to get the call. Because remember, you can proper preparation prevents, right? The key word is prevent a poor performance. So I can guarantee damn near a poor performance from a guy like Chuma, because I've seen it majority of his career. But if I properly prepared and I properly evaluated my other guys, and I've seen that TJ Bass can do the job, and I throw him out there, I can expect to go out there and perform. She said that we need to address the offensive line position. I do to an extent. Well, I'm very high. I'm very high on Bass and Richards. I'm very high on those boys. I think they can start. I think they're like a year away from being starter caliber. They're very good backups right now, but I think they're like a year away from being starting caliber guys. Maybe halfway through the season, depending on how many reps they get, they might be ready. But I like Richards and Bass a lot. Yeah, Chaz Green, was horrible. So listen, the Dallas Cowboys have tried, and listen, Josh Ball, was supposed to be a highly touted offensive line prospect. He had to leave the big school he was at, because of a domestic violence thing. So he had a domestic violence rep. He had to go to a smaller school, and that's why he ended up, getting drafted where he drafted. But a lot of people had Josh Ball as like a third or second round pick or some crazy shit like that. Well, he hasn't looked like one since he got here. So they made a low risk, high reward move by bringing Josh Ball in. They're still trying to have a reclamation project with him. It ain't worked out to this point, but he said Texas Alabama today. I'm not gonna hold a watch party for it. Yeah, Florida State. He had to leave Florida State. But you see, I'm actually gonna say this. Josh Ball is proof. Just because you're touted and highly graded and all this other stuff that that shit doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But he was supposed to be one of a very good prospect, and he ain't turned out that way so far. Hey, them nose look good, man. They had looked real good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I expected them to lose to LSU, but they showed that they showed that they got superior talent. It might be their year, man. He said, I'm watching Colorado versus Nebraska today. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Because listen, as Dallas Cowboys, we should always be rooting for Deion. Like, Deion was one of the key components to our last championship. He deserves to be in our ring of honor. Great player. Probably the best to ever do it at that position, and he wore Cowboys blue. So I'm always going to root for Deion, unless his team is playing Arkansas. I'm always going to root for Deion. And I'm not no two-team kind of dude, man. I'm not no two-team kind of dude, but I can't help but root for Deion, man. I can't help but root for Deion. He says, how Wichita, Texas, you've been looking at some houses out there. I ain't been up to Wichita. But Texas is like 8 hours from Texas. Like, I kid you not. There are places in California that I can drive to and get there quicker than some places in Texas. And I live in Texas. So they just tell you how big Texas is. Like, there is a place there are locations I can drive in my car to in California and get there before certain places here in Texas. Like, I kid you not, this is how big Texas is. Hey, I do like that too, Danny Savage. He said, I root for whoever wins me money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yo, damn Dizzle. What's up with you, my guy? I appreciate you for sliding in and showing love to the channel. I appreciate you for rocking with me, my boy. So, hey, man, let's take this time to take a quick little light break, man. Right now, I got 44 folks on YouTube and 5 folks on Facebook. And in regards to these YouTube likes, I got 31. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you hit that Eagles fan upside the head. Make sure you slap the shit out of them so you get that discount. And make sure you hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man, so you get an opportunity to win one of the 3 prizes, man. Just in case y'all haven't seen, for the people that just came in here, we're still running a raffle. We're raffling off a copy of Madden 24 for whatever system you got. We're raffling off a Dallas Cowboy jersey of your choice. We're also raffling off a Dallas Cowboy bobblehead of your choice. So if you want to participate, it's $5 per entry. So salute to y'all, and thank y'all for supporting the liquor store. So yeah, man, let's run them likes up. Let's run them shares up. Yo, DC for Life, Texas. What's up, my boy? He said everything is bigger in Texas. You ain't lied about that, man. And listen, I'm from Arkansas, but I love me some Texas, man. I've been living here, I've been living here for a while now, man. But yeah, I really love Texas. Handing out RKOs and sweet chin music to all Eagles fans. They deserve it. There's not an Eagle fan alive, Well, I'll take that back. There's a couple of them I rock with, man. I ain't gonna even fake the phone. There's a couple of them I like, but game day, we gonna have to just line it up and kick their ass, man. Like I can let them make it until game day, but after that, we on their ass. Jerry said O-line is his concern. The offensive line is only a concern if we don't put the right people out there. The offensive line is only a concern to me personally if we do not put the proper people out there in position to be successful. He said, you think that Prime will come coach from Dallas? I mean, I would hope for that to happen. He said, it's too easy to say that RKO this girl. Oh, Lord. Get real out here. Hey. Oh, I feel you, man. He said it wasn't his concert draft weekend. Joe said he hit him with the people's elbow on the rock bottom. Neil said he put that Ric Flair knee drop in action. He said, I'm from Texas, but I live and love California. Yeah, man, I hear that California's super dope. Yeah, brother, I hear that California's super dope. All right, so let's continue, man. So Mike McCarthy didn't even watch the damn game, kinfolk. So he said he was focused, right? He said, I was working on my new job, play calling. So, Patrick No-C, salute to Patrick No-C, voice of the star. Make sure if you're on social media, you give him a like and a follow on all platforms. But yeah, Mike McCarthy didn't even watch the Lions game. He didn't watch the Lions or the Chiefs game because he was trying to fine tune some stuff in the play call. And that's why I feel confident, right? He's staying on task. He's already spoken highly. Oh, hey, shout out to Timothy Daniels for the $5 super chat. He said, hit the wrong one. Love the content. Keep doing what you do, my brother. I appreciate you for the love and support, Mr. Daniels. And also, they got you a raffle entry, for opportunity to win one of the 3 prizes. So salute to you, Mr. Daniels, and supporting the liquor store. And if y'all want to be like Mr. Daniels and improve your odds of winning one of the 3 prizes, the copy of Madden, the Dallas Cowboy jersey, or the Dallas Cowboy bobblehead, make sure you hit the Cash App or the Super Chats as Mr. Daniels did. But salute to you, man, and I appreciate you for supporting the page. So see, I've been saying last year he turns around Colorado. He next head coach Dallas with Zoo Media all over again, but Prime going to do all personal moves. Now listen, I'm not opposed to having Prime as a coach, but it's also going to be dependent on what Mike McCarthy does. If Mike McCarthy, leads us to an NFC Championship game, if he leads us to a Super Bowl, I don't want to move on from him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most success we would have had in 27, going on 27 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mike wasn't playing around. Mike ain't watching nothing. Mike probably ain't watched the news. He said he up here getting ready for his job, man. But I like that. And listen, there's a lot of variables, that go into play calling. Not just calling, not just going out there and calling plays. It's having the right feel for the game. It's trying to actively take advantage of the matchups, right? Because there are personnel matchups and personnel packages that you want to install, to take advantage of the supposed weakness of the opposing defense, right? So there's some things you got to fine tune. There's having a feel for the game and know when to call, right? Because it's not even sometimes about the play call. Sometimes it's about when you call the play, right? Because sometimes you're already in rhythm. There's a play call at the back of your playbook that usually some bullshit, but you're in so much rhythm, everything's working, right? You might be able to pull that out your ass at that point, right? And at the same time, though, there are some times when you need to get your offense back on track. You might just need to start with the basics. You might just need to start with the easiest play in your playbook run that correctly so you get some positive yardage and some positive momentum for your offense. So, play calling is also about momentum, is also about filling the game, along with, taking advantage of mismatches, along with personnel and personnel packages, right? So there's a lot of nuanced things that goes into the play calling aspect. So I do understand why Mike McCarthy, is focusing heavily on it. And listen, he's been out of practice too. Outside of the first 2 preseason games, and outside of whatever they did in training camp, he hasn't called plays since like 2018 or some shit like that. Right? 2018. That's 5 calendar years ago. 5 calendar years. So Mike McCarthy has been out of practice. So, I understand why he's fine-tuning this stuff and getting everything up to par. But I do trust Mike McCarthy. I like Big Mike, man. Matter of fact, I think Big Mike's play calling is going to be one of the things that gets us over the hump. Because there will be times where he does the smart, no-nonsense thing, right, to help us win games. Mike McCarthy is not going to go out there, trying to hunt for points to try to get a job. He already has a head coaching job. He already has a name. He already has a championship ring. He already has clout. You know what I'm saying? He's Mike McCarthy. There's a possibility that Mike McCarthy gets into the Hall of Fame. I want to put that into perspective. There is a possibility that Mike McCarthy gets into the Hall of Fame at the end of his career. So Mike McCarthy ain't gotta do all this extra stuff. All Mike McCarthy got to do is win games. So I believe Mike McCarthy is going to go out there and do, the best that he can. I think he's going to go out there and try and win the game, no matter how it looks. If it calls for him to throw the ball 40 times to win in this particular matchup, I think he'll do that. If it calls for him to run the ball 40 times in a particular matchup, he'll do that. Mike McCarthy is a head coach that just wants to win games. He's a head coach that just wants to win games. So I believe in my mind, that he'll be able to, get the job done. He said, "You ready? Can't wait." Yeah. Hey, listen. I would listen, especially given the fact that the weather may not be particularly up to par, may not be the best weather in the world. I see scenarios where all 3 of your running backs get carries. I definitely see scenarios where all 3 of your running backs get carries. So if he gets out there, I just hope that he performs well. So I like the fact that Mike is calling plays and he and Dak will be back and forth with each other, which play calls and sequences will work best. It just seemed like they work together very well. But listen, Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. He's not an asshole that think he knows everything. He's not arrogant, right, to the extent that he won't take coaching. Dak Prescott is very coachable. He wants to learn. Mike McCarthy, has won a ring as a play caller. He helped elevate the career of Aaron Rodgers, right? He helped his development. So I just believe going into this, like, it's a great relationship. Great relationship. And I like that too, though. And Mike McCarthy is empowering Dak Prescott, to make changes to the offense. He's empowering Dak Prescott to audible out of things that he don't like, right? Because one of the first things that he told Dak Prescott, to do is go through the playbook, let me know all the plays that you like, and let me know all the plays that you don't like, and we're not running with them. So one of the first things he did was to make Dak Prescott supremely comfortable with the play calls. So he gave he pretty much catered the offense to what Dak Prescott wanted. He said, the plays you like, let me know. We keeping them. The plays we don't like when we're going through this playbook, we're going to take that shit out. Right? We're going to add in more plays you like. So the Mike McCarthy, I agree with you, Neil. Mike is the anti-Moore for Dak. Because listen, Kellen Moore, one of his sister ran a particular way. There was a lot of option routes. That hinder creativity on the move. Right, you really can't have a scramble drill when you're trying to hold the ball and wait to see the wide receiver going to make the right read. Right. So speeding this stuff up, improving improving this and moving this towards a more progression-based offense is definitely something that's going to pay dividends for the Dallas Cowboys in the 2023 season, in my humble opinion. Said Giants, DC for Life Texas said Giants going to be introduced to the Cowboys penitentiary. Let's freaking go. Cowboys love number 6. Let's freaking go. Salute to my boy DC for Life Texas for the pep rally talk, man. Always turns me up when I hear it. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate you for rocking with us. It's crazy that we talk about Moore. He sounds like he was the damn head coach tonight, Mike. Moore had way too much say. I agree with that. Because listen, Mike McCarthy went on camera, said, man, I don't fool with no option routes. He said, that's not how I run my offense. He said, I used to have plays, a big old play sheet for all my playmakers with plays designed to get those guys the ball particularly. You know what I'm saying? That didn't sound like nothing that Kellen Moore did. Hey, Scott Ricks said he just shared my content. Hey, thank you for the love and support, Mr. Ricks. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that, my guy. Danny said Dak is unstoppable and hurry up offense. We should run no huddle, use short passes as run plays, and also then go deep. Lamb, Cooks, Tolbert, MG done with one knee. We'll see. I'm gonna give him the opportunity to show that he's not done. Because hell, I have nothing else to lose at this point. He's already under contract. He's already paid. He's already making money. So I might as well try. And go out there and get something out of Michael Gallup while he's still here. Now next year, when I can get out from underneath that contract, possibly moving around, that's different. But this year, if he's on the team, I'm going to try to utilize Michael Gallup for what he can still do. So I'll still give Michael Gallup some red zone targets if he's healthy enough to run the rest of the route tree at a decent level. I'll throw him the ball if he can get open. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can't be worse than what he was last year. So we'll see. And remember, hell, if he get hurt this time around, we actually got more wide receivers on the roster. If he gets hurt, then you'll just see more of Jalen Tolbert because Jalen Tolbert's ready. Right, so we can see more Jalen Tolbert. You might see some Jalen Brooks and Michael Gallup goes down. You might see more of Turpin in the wide receiver role. So, if it happens, man, it'll be fine. That's a beautiful thing about going 4 wide, Danny. Mike McCarthy likes four wide receiver sets, and Jalen Tolbert is the 4th wide receiver. So theoretically, you could put all 4 of them boys on the field together. And that's probably the best option anyway. Yo, what's up with you, John Cofield? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, my guy. I appreciate you for rocking with your boy in the liquor store, man. Salute to you. Let me see. I think there's a game on. Hey, y'all give me 1 second. All right, y'all. I'm back now. Appreciate y'all for letting me take that phone call. It said, "What music you playing, fam?" I love it. It's let me see. It's just some. Oh yeah, I know. I'm back. I'm back now. Yeah, I did it on purpose to take a phone call. But yeah, it's just some AI generated music on Restream. Because if you play music on Restream and you don't got the rights to it, then it's going to it's going to ding your content. Yeah, I had to take a call, but he said I'll bet Jerry Jones telling Henny they put a hit on him. Hey, when you lay him out, I'm gonna hit him with a swan-ton bomb for the fourth story. Man, y'all crazy. Lil Tyler, what's good with you, man? They were tapping in and showing love to the channel, my boy. Let's get it. Demetrius Adams, they were sliding into the liquor store, my guy. I appreciate you. It said, Eastside, we know that you're really a Cowboys fan, man. You ain't got a front no more. You can come out of hiding. You can come out of hiding now, my boy. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, my boy. It's all good. So I am going to give y'all a refresher course on some stuff. Because Mike McCarthy loves the West Coast principles. So I'm going to see if y'all remember. I'm going to see if y'all remember the play concepts that we were talking about. Because we seen it. We seen the concepts. So remember, Mike McCarthy, first game as a Dallas Cowboys play caller. What's this concept? Slant flat combo. We did like 3 shows on it. What is this? If you don't remember, let me know. It's all good. If you don't remember, I'll remind you. But I'm gonna let y'all try first. Hey, and remember, you're never late in the liquor store, man. We are on POC time. We are on POC time in the liquor store, so don't trip. So do y'all remember what this play is called or not? I don't want to know. Don't be shy. So no guesses. It's too easy. You don't remember? Joe, I know you were there for everyone. Smoke one for you, Nice guess, but that is not this concept that's showed. Dragon? Yes. So Sugar Daddy remembered that this is the dragon concept. So a majority of the routes inside of a West Coast system is based around the slant route. This right here is a slant flat combo, right? So yes, this is considered a dragon route because theoretically you're going to put this guy right here. You're going to put this guy into turmoil. If he goes with the slant, then you can hit the guy right here in the flat. If he stays down and try to take that flat away, right, then you can come right behind him in this area and you can hit the slant. He said he slept through the lesson. It's all good. My boy said he slept through it. It's all good, man. Nah, because flood is actually a 3-route concept. So flood is actually it's a 3 or more route concept, usually a 3-route concept. So this will not be considered flood, but this is dragon. All right, I'm gonna try to get y'all. Remember, this is Mike McCarthy. He's the one implementing this stuff. You'll see it. Like you will see these concepts. Matter of fact, let me see if I still got that that video in here. I may or may not have it still. Let me see something. That's not it. I'm trying to see if Nah, I ain't got it no more. But you seen this concept a whole lot. You seen this concept a whole damn lot, in the training camp. Matter of fact, y'all remember the Semi Fehoko, the first interception off of Semi Fehoko hands. They were running dragon. He was the slant guy, and if I'm not mistaken, I forget who the flat guy was, but Semi was the slant guy, and then we had a running back on the flat. So the read was good. Semi got open. The ball was good. We all know that Semi Fehoko's hands, are for decoration, and it turned into an interception. So we've been practicing this. Jay Bryan, what's up, man? You got up teaching this morning. I just got up talking about some things, man. I just wanted people to properly grade Mike McCarthy on the things in his control. If I'm teaching and preaching, then you know that it's on the wrong foot, Kinfo. Yeah, that's right there, Jacob. All right. So if I'm preaching and teaching this morning, then the message of the day is proper preparation prevents poor performance. We know, that we have properly prepared by evaluating our offensive line the way they need to be evaluated. So we would know proper preparation was put in place if that boy TJ Bass gets in, before Chuma. So he's shown in his evaluation he was the best option at the guard spot. So he needs to be the guy out there, right? We know that proper preparation was done. If we go out there in the rain and we utilize the short pass game and the run game to move the ball, and we're not out there trying to throw the ball 20, 30 yards through the air with the wind picking up, right? We know that proper preparation has been done, if we take advantage of the weaknesses of the Giants, who were a 27 ranked run defense and have 2 rookie corners starting on the outside. So those are the areas that we attacked, and we know that our due diligence and that we properly prepared. So if we properly prepare, we can properly prevent a poor performance. So that's what I'm talking about. And, I just wanted to give us some refresher, in regards to the concepts we'll see. Because, we're not running option routes anymore. All right, let's try another one. What is this concept? What is this concept called? Hold on. Who betted $200 on the Giants? My boy called that boy cinder hands, biscuit hands. He said free donations to the cause. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But do y'all remember what this concept is called? I'm gonna give y'all opportunities to get it in. He said lion, no. This is actually not lion. Oh, top shotter. I don't even know if you was in there for the study, but you got that right, my boy. So yes, this is considered a mesh concept because you got 2 overlapping crossing routes, right? You got a crossing route over here. You got a crossing route over here. So the purpose of the mesh concept is, especially in man coverage, is effective because you're trying to create a natural pick, or at least if you don't get the outright pick, you're trying to make it hard, for the trailing defender to keep up with the wide receiver. So you got a guy going to chase this guy from across the field. You got a guy going to chase this other guy from across the field. A lot of times, running at that particular depth, He might run into his own teammate. He might have to try to go around it, right? And that hesitation or that clutter, that traffic is going to give you an opportunity to get the ball to one of your playmakers, pretty much wide the hell open. Right? Listen, if everybody is manned up and this guy comes free and his defender is 5 yards behind him, damn it, if he got enough speed, he might hit his head on the goalpost. He might hit his head on the goalpost if his guy is too far behind the play. So mesh is, and listen, mesh is one of the main concepts I want to see out of the Dallas Cowboys come Sunday night. Mesh is going to be very effective because you don't have to run you don't have to run your guys a super long way to generate a big play with this concept. Salute to my boy Double R, part of the Wrench Gang. He said, "Go Cowboys!" Salute to my boy Double R, man. And remember, another $3 and you'll get yourself another entry for one of the Dallas Cowboy prizes. We're raffling off Madden 24 Dallas Cowboy jersey and a bobblehead. Also, I'll have your jacket mailed out to you Tuesday. So, hey, again, y'all show Double R love for winning the Dallas Cowboy jacket in the last raffle. But it will be sent out Tuesday. The Sugar Daddy One said he went to the bathroom on the mesh session. Indeed. Hey, it's all love though. Yeah, I seen the Goff look. I seen what happened with Goff. Hey, Rico says seize everything. Yeah, man, we're gonna seize everything, man. But the reason I like mesh so much is, like I said, you don't have to throw the ball, 40, 50 yards down the field to generate a big play. Right? Because this mesh concept can be ran only 10 yards out. It could be a 10-yard throw. But if this person's defender gets caught back here, right? If he gets caught back here in the traffic, right, and he's like 3 yards behind, if he's 3, 4, 5 yards behind, and my dude catches the ball with a head of steam and can turn up field, this is a big play. Because if we're manned up across the board, the guy on the corner route has been the guy who's guarding the corner route has been taken out of the play. The guy who's guarding this route on the back end, this wheel route, he's been taken out of the play. The guy who was on this side of the field that got to chase the other crossing route, he's been taken out of the play. The guy that got to cover the sit down, he's been taken out of the play. There's nobody over here. So he catches this ball. This defender is all the way back down here because he had to cover the corner. This defender is all the way across the other side of the field because he followed his man across the field. This man is alone over here catching the ball. He said the wheel is a possibility too. Yeah, depending on the personnel and matchup, the wheel is there. But remember, we're talking about generating a big play without throwing the ball down the field. So if you were to get it to this person over here, and their defender could not clear the junk and traffic in the mesh concept. Imagine that this person on this route right here. Imagine the person on, running the crosser was Brandon Cooks, and Brandon Cooks' defender ends up on the ground or ends up 3 to 4 yards, 5 yards behind the play. Brandon Cooks might hit his head on the goalpost with the kind of speed that he has if he turns this upfield. Imagine if they have Tony Pollard lined up as a slot receiver and he's the guy. Or imagine this is Devontae Turpin, right? Getting the ball in the hand of a dynamic playmaker with open space, is beautiful. And especially something I want to see the Dallas Cowboys do if it's raining cats and dogs Sunday night. If the weather is bad, like hell, I would run mesh all damn night until they stopped it. So that's another concept. Really great against man. has some stuff built in that might be able to beat zone, but I prefer mesh against man because I want the right, to get that pick. I want that pick play, so I prefer to run that against man. Theoretically, you could use it against a multitude of different ones, but I like that. Yeah, hey Sugar Daddy, yeah, this like the West Coast. It's a long handoff. My boy said, imagine this, Henny, both crossers are Cooks and Turpin and Pollard's do on the wheel. CD and Tolbert eating out. Yeah, out we eat. Yeah. And listen, we got the personnel to make this a very explosive West Coast offense. This can be a very explosive West Coast offense with the personnel grouping that we have. And listen, that's the beautiful thing about it. All these work. That's the beautiful thing about it. You got so many different personnel groupers you can throw out there that can be effective, be effective in the scheme that we got. And then, we got guys that can line up in a multitude of different spots, that make it worthwhile doing. Like CeeDee Lamb can line up in the slot, but he also playing on the boundary. Brandon Cook can line up in the slot, but he can also play on the boundary. They even got to the point now where they've been letting Michael Gallup practice in the slot a little bit. Try to expand his route. Try to expand his route tree. Keystone, what's up with you, man? So yeah, there are definitely. He said, is Tolbert wide receiver 4? Yes, Tolbert is going to be the 4th wide receiver. And then they got the boy Turpin listed as wide receiver 5 and Jalen Brooks listed as wide receiver 6. So those are your 6 wide receivers. He said you might need some motion to determine if it's cover 2 or cover 3. That way you know where the open spot is. If it's man, then they eat on that play. Definitely. We got the team speed and guys that are capable to get a lot of yak, no lie, and in a hurry. We finally got team speed across the board with the offense being a while for that. Yeah. Hey, in my opinion, man, this is probably one of the fastest teams that Dallas Cowboys have fielded in quite some time. Like in terms of of pure speed, we got some speed guys. We got Turpin, we got Pollard. So I agree with I agree with that sentiment. They said we got one of the best receiving cores now. I don't care what nobody says. I mean, I can agree with that too, man. If you think about, the makeup of our team, we got an all-pro at CeeDee Lamb, right? We got Brandon Cooks, who has 6 1,000-yard seasons. We got Michael Gallup, who has a 1,000-yard season under his belt. We all like Jalen Tolbert, and we got a Pro Bowl kick returner that moonlights as a wide receiver too. So I like him. I like the personnel that we got, man. We got one of them. We got a very good one. He said, I don't think we ever had this kind of speed. Honestly, I don't think we really had that kind of speed either. Now we had some playmakers. Now we've had some playmakers, but I don't think that overall team speed that we had this many speed guys. And we got speed. We got faster at the tight end position. We got faster at the tight end position. We're still fast at the running back position because TP ran a 4.3 at his pro day. So hey, I like what we got, man. But let's continue on, man. Let's continue on, man. We've been on here for an hour and 24. You know, I'm still rocking with y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share button in the liquor store. Make sure you hit that Eagles fan upside the head. Make sure you hit that cash app, those super chats. You can join the raffle. And make sure, man, you take a restroom break or get you a snack, man. Make sure y'all do everything you need to do, man. We in here rocking. Said no, we never had team speed across the board, and our specialty players, we got a lot of fast wide receivers, playmakers, tight ends with hands that can make plays. Mr. D and the O-line got better. I agree with that. Oh, also shout out to my brother DC for Life Texas for the $5 super chat, which also got you another raffle entry. He said, "Let's freaking go, Cowboys DC for Life. Love number 6. Johns, welcome to the Cowboys Penitentiary. Locking them boys down, man." Under Eastside, he's not gonna have. I want y'all to put this in perspective. Dak Prescott has 65 career interceptions in 7 years. In 7 years. So Dak Prescott does not even average 10 interceptions a year. Right? He averages like he averages under 10 interceptions a year if you go like that. Has one of the best touchdown interception ratios in league history. And the Giants got bad corners. So no, Dak Prescott is not going to throw 2 picks against the Giants. Especially not going to throw 2 picks against the Giants when there's a possibility that we're in a month that there's bad rain. So no, he's not going to throw 2 picks. Jay Bryant, you're speaking facts. I also have not seen anything from Chuma to feel confident with him and his ability to come out and help us win a game. So you are completely right. I do not trust Chuma. He has not shown me anything. So I am more confident with the 2 rookies. Give me TJ Bass, and listen, it's not ideal in my opinion, right? It's not ideal in my opinion, but I will also take Hassan Richards, right? I'll take Hassan Richards over them, over Chuma. Prefer TJ Bass, but if the choice is Chuma or Richards, they want to be goofy, I'll take Richards. Hey, shout out to my boy Jay Recruiter for the $5 super chat. My brother said it's amazing that Cooks has never been to a Pro Bowl and Dak has only been to 2 Pro Bowls. I know, man. I know. It's crazy. But salute to you, Jay Recruiter. That also got you another raffle entry. Justin Kitchen said, any watch parties today, Henny? Let me check. Let me ask y'all. If we hold a watch party in the liquor store, would y'all watch it? If we hold a watch party in the liquor store, would y'all watch it today? Justin Kitchen said he's always down. Lil Tyler said hell yeah. All right, we might have to do the Alabama Texas game, maybe. I haven't heard that Waller is out. I'm actually believing that Waller is going to play. I would be surprised if Darren Waller doesn't play. That is a big blow to their team schematically with what they want to do. So I would be dumbfounded if Darren Waller is ruled out for this game. Yeah, see, he already got an optimistic injury report. Okay, so Sugar Daddy 1 said Colorado. All right, so let's see what time does Colorado play? That might be something that I can do. Because 6 o'clock is gonna cut it a little close. All right, so Colorado play at 11. Okay. So if we're gonna do a watch party for Colorado, then I'll shut the stream down, put the thumbnail together, and then we'll come back. All right. So if y'all want to watch party for Colorado, then I can do that for y'all. Hey, listen, I just talked up, watching, supporting Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. So we might as well. This is gonna be their first home game. Yeah. So matter of fact, I'll shut the stream down. I'll do a watch party for the Colorado-Nebraska game. That gives me time to get some more snacks and shit, and we'll rock like that. So I appreciate y'all for taking the time out to come in and show love. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that share button on the way out. And hit the Cashapp Super Chats on the way out. But we're going to come back at the top of the hour because the game starts in 30 minutes. So y'all make sure y'all spin back. Is I ought to start doing parlays, Henny? Yes, I should. I'm supposed to put my parlay in already. I'm bullshitting. Okay, yeah. Matter of fact, let me get off here so I can get everything ready. Come back in 30 minutes. I'll go ahead and set the reminder. I'll see y'all in a